What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's Daniel and welcome back to our video. Today I'll be doing race 6 for the 2025 Weather Guard Truck Race. Let's go ahead and just jump straight into it. This weekend, the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series heads to Bristol Motor Speedway, the half-mile short track that puts on some really fast and some really strong, great racing. You can use the outside and the inside, and usually the racing at this track for the Truck Series is really strong and really good. The last time we ran the truck race at Bristol Motor Speedway for the spring, we saw Christian Eckes hold up a hard charge and Kyle Busch to pick up the win. He'll be not back this time around as he'll be competing in the Xfinity Series race. And the last time we ran at Bristol Motor Speedway, we saw Lane Riggs pick up a second career Truck Series win. He looks to pick up his first truck win in 2025 this weekend at Bristol Motor Speedway. So now, let's go ahead and jump into picks. But before I go ahead and jump into picks, let's take a look at the weather for this weekend. So the weather for this weekend is not looking great at the moment. It's going to be 55 degrees as a high with 40 degrees as a low with a 50% chance of rain with showers in the area. I checked the weather. It's still early in the week. Keep this in mind, but weather could be a major factor. It is going to be a very fast-paced race. The track should dry very quickly, but there's a really good chance that weather is going to affect this weekend at Bristol, especially historically with Bristol being in the early year. We usually have weather come into play. It seems like it's going to affect the Truck Series race this weekend. So now we also got to remember this is also the second race of the Triple Truck Challenge. The first race is run by Daniel Hemric a couple weeks ago at Martinsville. If he is to go back-to-back this time around and get the win, he'll win an extra $100,000 and have $150,000 in his pocket. He's looking to get that done as well. So now, let's go ahead and jump into picks. For those who are new to the channel, here's how picks usually work. I do 2 suck picks, 2 drivers I expect to struggle throughout the weekend who will not have good runs at this track. I do 2 underdog picks, 2 drivers who desperately need a good run and think will have a good run this weekend or are really good at this type of track. And I do my winner's pick, the driver I think is going to win the race overall. And then I do the drivers you watch out for, and usually for the Truck Series, I got 4 drivers you watch out for along with the race winner. So now, let's go ahead and jump into picks. Here are my suck picks for the 2025 Weather Guard Truck Race. My first suck pick for this weekend at Bristol is a driver 7 truck for Spire Motorsports, Corey Day. Corey Day, since getting into NASCAR and transitioning into it, he has really struggled. He's had a lot of bad runs in the Truck Series. I don't think he scored a single top 15 finish up to this point early in the season. After qualifying on the pole at Vegas, he really struggled and just hasn't had the overall pace and speed. I think he's going to struggle once again. I think as he gets more experience, he is going to get better because you got to remember he doesn't have as much experience at these types of tracks, but I think he's going to have to start improving hopefully really soon. I think he's going to struggle, most likely finish outside the top 15 this weekend at Bristol. My second suck pick for this weekend at Bristol is the driver of the 5 truck for Tricon Garage, Toni Breidinger. Toni Breidinger has struggled in the Craftsman Truck Series in 2025. It has just been a mess for her. She's been near the back of the pack every single time we've ran truck races this year and just has been way outperformed by her teammates. People, of course, like Gio Ruggiero, who's been really strong this year, and even Corey Heim has dominated the Truck Series this season. She's going to not have the speed, unfortunately. I think it's going to be a big struggle for her, and most likely she's going to be running near the back of the pack and outside of the top 20, which is a shame because I want to see her do really well, but it's been a rough season for her. I think she struggles this weekend at Bristol Motor Speedway. And now we're going to head jump on the underdog picks for the 2025 Weather Guard Truck Race. Who are my underdog picks? My first underdog pick for this weekend at Bristol Motor Speedway is a driver the number 18 truck for McAnally Hilgeman Racing, Tyler Ankrum. Tyler Ankrum over the course the last couple weeks has been on a roll. He had a top 5 finish at Homestead Miami Speedway. I think he finished in 2nd or 3rd at Martinsville. But the reason I have him as an underdog pick is because he's still looking for that first win in nearly a decade, his last one coming in 2019. I think that he will have a decent run this weekend. He was pretty good last year at Bristol, but I think he will show some speed once again. I think it's going to be fun to see what he can do. I think that Tyler Ankrum will be a factor, and I think he'll have a good chance and opportunity to maybe get that first win in nearly 6 years. I think he's got a chance to do it for sure this weekend. My second underdog pick for this weekend at Bristol is a driver of the 45 truck for Niece Motorsports, Caden Honeycutt. Caden Honeycutt has shown some really solid speed in the early portion of 2025 and came very close to winning the Truck Series race in Martinsville 2 weeks ago. And I think Caden will be a factor, definitely, to go to victory lane. I do think he's got the pace and speed to be up front. I think the 45 team showed some good speed. And I think Caden, especially with how fast he was in Martinsville, and there's some characteristics from Martinsville that are going to come into play, I think Caden will have a shot to maybe get a top 5, maybe an outside chance to go to victory lane this Friday night at Bristol, depending on the weather. And now we'll go ahead and jump onto the winner's pick for the 2025 Weather Guard Truck Race. Who am I picking to win? Now, there were a couple of drivers I really was looking at going into this weekend before this weekend had happened. However, there's one guy that was announced a couple of weeks ago that he was going to be running. And the last time he ran the Truck Series, he went to Victory Lane at Homestead Miami Speedway. I think most of you know who I'm going with. This guy is going to be running all three races, the Truck, the Xfinity, and Cup, and nearly swept the weekend at Homestead Miami Speedway. Had it not been for a bad restart thanks to Sam Mayer, I'm going to go with Kyle Larson to pick up a second Truck Series win of 2025, his fifth career Truck Series win, and will actually be his 50th win across all three of NASCAR's national touring divisions. I'm going to go Kyle Larson to get it done. He's been historically really good at Bristol. He almost led the whole entire race last year for the fall for the Cup Series. I think that Kyle Larson is going to have the pace and speed. I think he's going to be better this time around compared to Homestead, and I think he's going to dominate and lead a lot of laps and go to Victory Lane for the second time in 2025. And now we'll go ahead and jump onto the drivers you need to watch out for this weekend at Bristol. Who should you have your eyes out on? The first driver to watch out for this weekend at Bristol is a driver of the 11 truck for Tricon Garage, Corey Heim. Let's be real and honest, Corey Heim probably should have about 4 or 5 wins at this point early in the year. He's been super strong early in the season. He's been the fastest truck all year, and every time he's in the field, you're going to have to watch out for him to win. I think he's got a great chance to win this weekend for sure. I think he's the most likely driver to beat Kyle Larson this weekend. I think he's going to have a fast enough truck, and I think he'll be a major factor in serious contender to definitely go to Victory Lane. Keep an eye on Heim. I think he might get his third win. He will have an opportunity to do that for sure with the speed he's shown. The second driver to watch out for this weekend at Bristol is a driver of the 34 truck for Farmer Motorsports, Lane Riggs. Lane Riggs has been the only other full-time driver that's really kept up with Corey Heim early in the season. He's had a lot of really good speed and a lot of great speed, and I think that he will be someone to watch out for on the racetrack at Bristol. He comes in as a defending winner at the track, and we know Lane Riggs is an unbelievable short track racer. I think he's going to have an opportunity to beat Kyle Larson this weekend as well. I think he's going to have a really strong and fast truck from the Farmer Motorsports camp with the success that team has had over the years. I think Lane could definitely have a shot to get a career win number 3 at Bristol Motor Speedway. The third driver to watch out for this weekend at Bristol is a driver of the 98 truck for ThorSport Racing, Ty Majeski. Ty Majeski has won at Bristol Motor Speedway back in 2022, which was his first career Truck Series win, and I think he's going to be fast this weekend. We know how fantastic of a driver he is on short tracks, and he's come close to winning other races at Bristol Motor Speedway in the past. I think he's going to be a major factor, definitely to go to Victory Lane. I like the speed that he's shown early in the season as well. Not as strong as Corey Heim, but I think he's going to have a good truck. I think he will be a major factor in serious contender to go to Victory Lane this weekend at Bristol. And the fourth final driver that I think you should watch out for this weekend at Bristol is the driver of the 38 truck for Farmer Motorsports, Chandler Smith. Chandler Smith has definitely been very quiet early in the season, but we are going to track where Chandler Smith was won previously back, I believe, in 2021 or 2022. And he's been really good here in Xfinity competition, almost won the Xfinity Series race here back last year. And I think he's going to have a really strong truck to definitely get it done. I've liked the speed that I've seen so far from Chandler Smith. Sure, he's not had the raw speed to win races, but he's had top 10 speed. I think he will be a factor definitely to go to Victory Lane on Friday night. So, those are my race picks for the 2025 Weather Guard Truck Race at Bristol. Just a reminder, my suck picks are Corey Day, Tony Breidinger. My underdog picks are Tyler Ankrum, Caden Honeycutt. My winner's pick is Kyle Larson. And the ones to watch out for, Corey Heim, Lane Riggs, Ty Majeski, and Chandler Smith. Those are my race picks. So, that is going to be it for the Race 6 video for the 2025 Weather Guard Truck Race at Bristol. I want to thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe to the channel, notifications on, so if I win a video, it does go live on my channel. Follow me to our Facebook and Instagram, and support me on Patreon as well. Let's go below that and comment your picks below for this weekend at Bristol. Let me know our suck picks, let me know our underdog picks, let me know our winner's pick, and let me know the drivers you're watching out for this weekend at Bristol. Let me know our picks in the comments below. Later today on the channel, if there's any major news that breaks, we'll discuss here live later today. If not, the next time you're going to see me is going to be on Wednesday. We're going to have a NASCAR news video dropping more than likely in the early-ish morning, and then we should have the Xfinity race picks dropping in the middle of the afternoon. And then, of course, on Thursday, we're going to have the Food City 500 race picks, and we're going to have the paint scheme video as well. And then Friday, we should have a NASCAR news video coming out. And depending on what happens with the weather, we should have reviews for the truck and Xfinity races. The weather for Friday and Saturday doesn't look great, so we're probably going to be dealing with some weather this weekend at Bristol for the truck truck race and for the Xfinity race as well. Hopefully the weather can clear out so we can get the racing in this weekend. Got a lot of great content coming out. People like Haley Deegan, Shane Van Gisbergen, Cards, Kurt Busch, Kyle Busch, Kurt Busch, Bubba Wallace, Kyle Larson, Chase Elliott, Ryan Blaney, Ross Chastain, Connor Zilisch, Junior Motorsports, Sheldon Creed, Sam Mayer, you name it. We'll talk about a lot of these people on the channel, Sam McClure, Farland as well, and Eric on World 2 very soon. So anyways, like I said, I want to thank you guys for watching today's episode, and I'll see you guys next time for more great, awesome NASCAR content and other motorsports content on the channel like this. Take care, everybody.